So, as the thumbnail suggests, we have a couple of updates. Sonya Massey Justice Department reaches agreement with Illinois Sheriff's Office and dispatch to resolve race discrimination investigation. Okay. Sonya Massey was murdered as far as we're concerned, and that isn't just our woke opinion. The criminal justice system also believes this to be fact, as former sheriff's deputy Sean Grayson was fired, arrested, and charged with first-degree murder for killing Massey in yet another viral video depicting a black person's last moments alive while interacting with law enforcement. And this is has reported extensively about this since the news first broke, and today we have an update on the issues surrounding Massey's alleged murder. Now, this whole race thing, I don't know. I think he's just a trigger-happy, young punk cop, and I don't think it would have mattered what color they were. I think he would have just shot everybody. Alleged murder. According to an official release from the United States Department of Justice, DOJ has reached an agreement with the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, SCSO, Sangamon County Central Dispatch System, and Sangamon County, Illinois, to effectively end an investigation into potential racial and disability discrimination in the law enforcement ranks and the dispatch service. The death of Sonya Massey was a terrible tragedy for a woman experiencing a mental health crisis, her family, and the entire Sangamon County community, and Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark of the Justice Department Civil Rights Division said. This agreement reflects Sangamon County's commitment to instituting reform and taking action that will help improve public safety and restore trust with the community in the road ahead. According to CNN, a memo of the agreement states that no instance of racism or discrimination on the part of the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office or Sangamon County whomever was found during the investigation regarding Massey's killing in exchange for a clean bill of health, remedies like additional training and use of force data collection to ensure that the things that alleged in exchange of a clean bill of health, remedies like additional training and use of force data collection to ensure that the things that allegedly never happen again. That alleged anyway. Yeah. Additional more training. The bootleggers say more training. There's no training in this world gonna stop a trigger happy little thug that's just going to shoot everything. He was a primary aggressor in Illinois and most states. You cannot be a primary aggressor and then claim self-defense. He had a door he could walk out. He had a, and if the when he mentioned it to the other deputy about the boiling water, he could have just stepped over there and turned it off. And when she ran around, he could have said, "No, I got it." And no, there was a lot of things they could have done. You cannot be the primary aggressor and claim self-defense. Sorry, bootlickers. The agreement also ensures that mental health professionals will be on hand to be dispatched in times of crisis when a gun-toting, trigger-happy boy in blue only exasperates the situation. Under the agreement, the entities will review and update policies, rules, and procedures and provide training on a variety of topics, including non-discriminatory policing and interactions with individuals with behavioral health issues. The agreement requires the development and implementation of a mobile crisis team program, which will include trained behavioral health staff who timely respond to individuals needing urgent behavioral health assistance. See, because cops can't just go up, say, "Yo, what's the problem?" de-escalate and kind of be done. They need more people. They need to go in and do their job that they're too fucking stupid to do. More training, more they don't. They need to start being held accountable. Until they do, none of this is going to change, and then they're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then every time there's a call, you'll see 400 fucking cars sitting out there doing nothing, wasting more taxpayer money, and people will still get shot. We will continue to watch all things surrounding this case, especially the Sean Grayson criminal murder trial. Will you? Okay. Let's see what this got to say for a minute.
Department and a Central Illinois Sheriff's Office have agreed to policing upgrades after Sonya Massey's death. You'll remember the unarmed black woman was shot by a former sheriff's deputy in her home after.
And let's not forget, he already had issues. He was kicked out of the military because he couldn't get along with the program. He had a couple DUIs. The last department he worked for, he couldn't get along with the program. So now he was at this next department. You can't get rid of them until, I keep saying in my other videos, when they department hop, next time you see them, it will be when they've killed someone. And here we are.
Calling 911 for help. Today's deal says there was no discrimination by the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, but
also, he had no reason to be in there. When he was standing on the front porch, go watch the other videos, and he said, "Is that all? Need anything else?" She said, "No, I'm good." That was the end of the call. He should have left somehow because his body cam apparently, allegedly, wasn't running. We don't know how he got in the house, if he was invited in, but we know damn well he had to have that damn ID. He had zero business being in here. There was no reason. If that water over there was that big of a threat, this deputy here that you're seeing his body cam could have been right there and turned that shit off. This is not self-defense. Sorry.
Local officials will do more training and report use of force data. The man who shot her, Sean Grayson, was fired and is in jail on a first-degree murder charge.
Anyway, that's all we have on this one. Now I'm going to jump over to the Marcy Correctional Facility and see what their update is. Just want to make sure this ain't going to restart. Okay. Some New York State lawmakers call for the closure of Marcy Correctional Facility. Albany, New York, News 10. In a letter to Governor Hochul, 62, don't know why that matters, lawmakers call on her to close Marcy Correctional Facility. This comes after the video of Robert Brooks being beaten by correctional officers was shared with the public. Brooks later died and investigations are ongoing. Don't know why there's such an investigation ongoing. The world saw it. Well, they get their day in court. They do, but we saw it. I do not believe the facility should be closed, said Assemblyman Marianne, alphabet here, Button, Scone, whatever it is, Democratic Assembly member Marianne, we'll call her alphabet, and Republican Senator Joe Griffo, who represent the Utica area, are on the same page. You don't solve a problem just by shuttering up a facility, said Griffo. Marcy Correctional is located within their district, both lawmakers sharing their thoughts after 62 of their colleagues sent a letter to the governor calling for the facility to close. Back in December, video was released showing Robert Brooks beaten by corrections officers. Brooks later died and his death is currently under investigation. Those involved have been suspended without pay or have resigned. Now the ones that have resigned, where are they at? We need to know. They need GPS monitors on. What happened at Marcy is unconscionable, unacceptable, and individuals need to be held accountable and face consequences. But beyond that, now there is an opportunity, I think, to look at this system-wide, said Griffo, what is happening, how it's happening, and how we should address that. Among the lawmakers calling for Marcy Correctional to close is Assemblyman Eddie Gibbs, the first formerly incarcerated person to serve in the New York State Legislature. Wow, who knew that the first formerly incarcerated person to serve in the New York Legislature was this person, and that this was even happening? I'm almost betting zero people knew that, well, except the people that work with him. But and if he had already been incarcerated, then he knew what was going on. And this isn't a one-off, is what I'm trying to say. We want to close Marcy for several reasons, explains Gibbs, certainly Mr. Brooks being one of them, but with the rampant abuse we found going on inside that prison, we certainly thought that we should designate that one of the 5 prisons she's slated to close. Also, this, like I said, the only reason we're hearing about this is because he died. If Robert Brooks had not have died, none of this would have been going on. And not only did he die, everybody saw it. Senator Jeremy Coney also signed the letter to the governor and represents the Crooks family in his Rochester district. The family, along with so many others, have endured the horrors of the state correction system when it's not working, said Cooney. We have to do better, and we must do better. Okay? I'm not sure if this is it or if it's the other one, but we'll see.
Local federal prison. News 12's Julia Burns is in Sunset Park with more details. If the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn sounds familiar, it might be because it has high-profile inmates like Sean Diddy Combs and Luigi Mangione. Or you may have heard of it for other reasons.
Everything is the issue here.
News 12 has previously reported on rallies to advocate against issues here like lack of heat.
Okay, this isn't the one, so I'll come back to that one. Maybe we'll look into it and see what's up. Anyway, here's the Assemblyman spends the night at Marcy Correctional Facility. New York State Assemblyman spent the night at the Marcy Correctional Facility Tuesday night in hopes that his cause for its closure will be heard. Edward Gibbs, who represents the 68th District, which includes the Harlem Heights of New York City, spent the night at Marcy Correctional Facility on Tuesday, January 21st. He's one of 62 lawmakers who are pushing Governor Kathy Hochul to close the facility after the beating death of Robert Brooks in December. Wait, didn't this back here just say that he was the first formerly incarcerated person to serve, so this ain't new to him. Includes Harlem, spent the night on 2062. Okay. According to the Assemblyman, during his stay, he planned to speak with incarcerated individuals at the facility. Basically, the incarcerated individuals are afraid after what they saw, what happened with Robert Brooks, the Assemblyman said in an interview with Eyewitness News' Kayla Bruce. I felt an imperative to come here and just share my experience, my understanding of the system, and my support in what's happened. Gibbs spent more than 12 hours at the facility on Tuesday night. He claimed in the interview that he was going to talk with every incarcerated individual at the facility to figure out problems at the facility and how to fix those problems. Gibbs spent 5.5 years in prison on manslaughter charges in 1988 and has said he is the first ex-convict to serve in the assembly. According to his office, he also visited the facility on Tuesday, December 24th, and has since advocated for both the Marcy and Mohawk correctional facilities to be closed. You can check out the full interview, yada yada yada. So maybe let's go look into this guy and see what the manslaughter charges were. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I thought there was another video on that, but apparently not. Anyway, I thought I'd do a couple of updates on, this is the latest I have on Sean Grayson and the Marcy Correctional Facility. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out.